Well, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Adventures of the Broken Retired, which should be up there somewhere. Today's a little strange because if you look outside, it's not raining, which is surprising, to be honest with you. Anyway, today I've got to run to the industrial side, we'll call it, of Baton Rouge. I have an item for sale on Marketplace. There's a guy down there who wants it. He asked me if I could bring it to him. Why not? Sure, I will. So we're going to go down to that end of town and that part of town and see. Now, there's a reason that I'm making this video, and that's because Baton Rouge has something that's unique, and I'm going to try to see what I can do to get some of it on the camera for you. It's pretty interesting. So anyway, hang on, we'll go for a ride. So here we are coming into Baton Rouge, coming up to the 10-12 split. They just the 10-12 intersection just got redone, and they improved it tremendously. Excuse me, I started laughing there because it used to be a pretty big pain in the butt at the 10-12 split, but they fixed it. Did a good job of it too. We're going to get on to I-10 headed towards Mississippi River, and then right before we cross the river, we're going to head up north on North 110. Going to go through the curves at the governor's mansion. We're going to get off at Choctaw, take a left at Choctaw. It's an industrial part of town. By the way, just in case you happen to see a refinery, I'm not sure how close we're going to get to it, but in case you happen to see a refinery in the distance or whatever, the Exxon refinery that's on the Mississippi in Baton Rouge, which we're going to be close to, is the second largest refinery in the world. The largest refinery is in Saudi Arabia. This is the second largest one. It's in Baton Rouge. So anyhow, here we come to the split. I like Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is a nice town. Hands for a minute. I got to get a mount that'll work in this car. I do not want to stick one of those to the dashboard. I can just foresee a dashboard disaster. Too much suction on the suction cup, or something getting glued on the dashboard that I can't get off. I don't want to have that. Got one that works great for the GoPro. I need to start using that GoPro more. I spent a lot of money on that thing. But it's just when it comes to rendering and syncing, it's not very user-friendly. In fact, it's really kind of a pain in the butt. It takes a long time. It's hard to do. They're constantly working on the interstate through Baton Rouge, and the truth of it is they need to be. Really, Baton Rouge needs a loop pretty bad, but they don't want to kill the downtown. Excuse me. They don't want to kill the downtown by building a loop around it. I tell you what, if they built a loop around Baton Rouge, the construction industry would just go totally bananas. Alright, we're on 110 North, which, in all honesty, doesn't really go anywhere. And it goes to Scotlandville, you know, but it's not like it connects two major business hubs or whatever you want to call them. I guess it serves the plants, because there's a lot of plants up and down this road. You're gonna have to come downtown and walk around with you sometime. Done it before on an old video somewhere. I've got one walking around downtown Baton Rouge. All right, you see the plant up ahead? You can see all the smoke rising over the trees. You can see the things at the plant. That's the Exxon plant. These are the curbs at the governor's mansion. And if I recall correctly, although I have not experienced it myself, this little low spot right here likes to flood. Chippewa, 3/4 of a mile. That's where we're going. Sorry for all the coughing. My throat's kind of dry with the talking. And the road is bumpy, so the camera's wiggling all over the place. Now, I'm going to go take care of my marketplace sale first. I don't know if the guy's going to want to be on the camera or not, so maybe I'll ask him. But I'm going to get off of here for now, so I can concentrate on where I'm going. And there's my exit right there in Chippewa. So, y'all hang out. Hello, boys and girls. If you recall correctly, I said this was the industrial. Look at that. If I'd have stayed on the other street, I'd have got past this train. Look at that. You know what? We're going to go back around, because the beginning of that train is right there. Whoops. Sorry. Let's see if we can, you see where the engine's at? Let's see if we can get around this mess. Look at that. Buick's in there. And there's an underpass here. So this was a good choice. But I can't see if anything's coming to pull out. There we go. Yeah, it is an underpass here. Train wouldn't have made any difference. Sorry about getting off the camera there. I've got to watch the road, you know. All right. Second largest refinery in the world. Exxon. And we got a like what street we need here. There it is right here. Let's see where this been in Baton Rouge a long time. Never been down here, down this particular street. It's interesting. I'm sure this is Chippewa or Choctaw, whatever the heck it is. I hope that train don't decide to come here. Alright, over the tracks. Now, we got to find 1750. It's going to be on the left. Tracks down here. It's 2134. I bet this is it right here. Nope. More tracks. No, that's not it. I'll look at the intersections, make sure I don't run on the stop sign. No. There it is. All right. Boy, this looks like Flat Tire City. And that is his truck right there. It's got his name on it. Or his daughter's or wife's or mother's name or something. All right, let me take care of this. All right, here we go. We took care of that. Ouch. The guy said he would really rather not have himself recorded. I don't have a problem with that, Because, before I was doing this, if somebody had said they wanted to record me, it's a pretty good possibility I'd have said I'd really rather not. So we're good. All right, we're going to make a quick swing by another place, and I'll probably get some camera footage of it. See that? That's the end. Oh, let me switch this around. That's the Exxon plant that I was talking about that you can see in the not so distant over there, not so distance or whatever, not so far off distance. Gonna go back to Chippewa and take a left. Chippewa's that light right there, I believe. A lot of railroad tracks down here. A lot of jobs down here too. These boys work hard for a living. Now I ain't stopping on them tracks. It looks like there we go. Look at that. All right. We will continue on our trek. I know I keep getting out of viewfinder, whatever. See right there? There's a whole bunch of warehouses around here. That have that written on them. A whole bunch of them. Now, I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go. It's been a long time since I've been here. This is right. There it is, right up there. See all these warehouses? As far as I know, they were, and probably still are, all part of GN Gonzalez. GN Gonzalez is a motorcycle dealership. It's been here for a long time. I'm not going to stop because I don't want them running me off. There it is. Whoops. Let's do it this way. GN Gonzalez. As I understand things, GN Gonzalez was established by Mr. George N. Gonzalez back in 1936 as a motorcycle bicycle dealership. That means they've been open and selling motorcycles in the Baton Rouge area for getting on to 100 years. In the 60s, the facility was an area distributor for Honda, serving not only the southeastern region, but the entire center third of the United States. Now, that's a lot of territory. That's a lot of motorcycles. In the 70s and 80s, GN Gonzalez grew to be a well-respected dealer of not only Honda motorcycles, but Kawasaki and Yamaha as well. During that time, and in all honesty, I'm pretty sure there's more. I think Suzuki's in there as well, and there's some other stuff that's in there too. But anyway, during that time period, during the 70s and 80s, that building that you see in the picture sported the largest motorcycle showroom in the world. The largest motorcycle showroom in the world was right there, 666 Chippewa, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I have personal experience with Mr. Gonzalez, as almost anybody who ever rode a motorcycle around here in this state really does. Anyhow, back in the 90s, I went in to look. You know, you go to a motorcycle shop to look. It's a bad thing to do because you usually ride one home. Anyway, it was in the 90s, and I walked in, and Mr. Gonzalez himself waited on me. He was running around on the showroom floor in a little red power scooter thing. He was very nice. He was very courteous. He was fully and completely schooled in the products he sold, and he was very straightforward. He earned my respect in seconds. That day I bought a black 750 Honda Nighthawk. It was a nice motorcycle. Mr. Gonzalez passed away in 2011 at the age of 92, and I can tell you around here he carries the status of legendary. His family, his descendants, I guess you'd call them, continue to run the shop today, so it's still GN Gonzalez. Now, there's a big thing about GN Gonzalez, and that is that for years and years and years, there's been all kinds of rumors of all these mystical and magical things that are stored in some of the GN Gonzalez warehouses. From what I understand, Mr. Gonzalez himself didn't like these rumors, but they exist. I can tell you that I myself was taken into one of those warehouses one day. It might have been the day that I was there to buy the Nighthawk. I don't remember. It was there the day, it happened the day I was there to buy one of the few motorcycles that I bought from him. Anyhow, on that day I got taken into a warehouse, and we're talking huge warehouse. I mean, huge warehouse. And inside that warehouse was rows and rows and rows of dusty old motorcycles that had just lined up in rows sitting there, hadn't been touched in years. And I asked the guy that I was with, what's up with all this? And he said that they were the motorcycles that had come into the service department that people had never come back to get. Over all the years the store was open. And this was back in the 90s, so the store would have been open 60-some years, I'm thinking, if my quick math is right. There is no telling, I mean no telling, what was in that building, probably still is in that building. Because the family still owns it, so I'm sure they're still doing the same thing they were doing when Mr. Gonzalez himself was around. If you have a GN Gonzalez story, or you've heard warehouse rumors, or whatever you want to say, or how you want to put it in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say, and so would everybody else. All right, back to the video. Pretty sure he was one of the largest motorcycle distributors in the South. There's another warehouse with his name on it. George Gonzalez was his name. I met him. He actually, let me turn this back around. He actually had a picture of himself shaking hands with Mr. Honda hanging on the wall in his office. He was a very nice guy. He was very business savvy. And I personally have purchased 3 or 4 motorcycles new from there. Excuse me, I never bought a used one. He always wanted too much for the used ones. The reason he wanted too much for the used ones was because if you took a motorcycle over there to trade in, he gave you a lot for it. He paid up. He was generous with his buying used bikes from customers. Alright, we'll continue this. I'm going to drive. We'll continue this later. I'll talk more about GN Gonzalez probably. Anyway, thanks. Alright, boys and girls, back on Swamp Road, almost back home after delivering the item that I sold on Marketplace. It was an enjoyable ride, as is this. It's nice to see the sun out for a change. It's been pretty gloomy the last few days. I'm sure we're gonna make up for the cooler temperatures now too, because really it's been pretty cool. So hope everyone enjoyed it. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for hanging around. Thank you so much for watching and all the commenting that you send, all the comments you send in. I really do appreciate that. Hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll see you next time around.